Hello, hello. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you guys had a wonderful July 4th. Hope you had your burgers and hot dogs and steaks. So we're not cold calling people today. We are going back to a regular scheduled program, and we're going to go straight into our semi-warm leads. They have responded with a yes or a maybe, and possibly, so they're not no's. And so some of them will be expecting our call, and so they will be speaking to Christina. So let's dive right into it.
And I think that's going to be a voicemail to start off the day.
So let it ring 5 times and then hang up and call them again. And if they don't pick up after the second time, leave them a voicemail.
Okay, calling the same person again. Two. What happened? Well, it looks like REI reply hung up for me.
Did that person correspond with you?
Through text messages, yeah.
So just leave them a text back.
Okay.
All right, I just sent another 150, so the leads are definitely coming in. And they are definitely better than Saturday. I guess people are coming back now. But if you do run into the voicemail, like we did earlier this morning, you know what to do. And then try to copy your text response. So you just copy and paste that response. It should be in your clipboard history.
Second call dialing.
Hi, this is Claude. I'm currently not available, but please.
Well, hello, Claude. This is Christina. Let me know if we can speak later on today. Thanks. Why did that sound like Claude Diamond though?
Was that the first ring or the second ring?
Second.
Okay, cool. Do you have your deletes list set up?
Thank you. I was just texting him back. Did Friday if I update anything?
Nope.
Oh, true. Hmm.
Okay, so I want to increase the or decrease the speed in which you dial one person to another. So if they don't pick up, then just either leave them a voicemail or leave them a text. Because I think you're having like a 30 to 45-second like delay from one person to the other person.
Okay.
Or what you can do is every 5 minutes or every 10 minutes, you can just leave the text message all at once. Because you can search an ARIA reply for call, and then you can just go through that at one time. So you're seamless.
Okay.
Looks like we have a couple people in here, so welcome. I'm going to go ahead and reply to all these new outbound people.
Hi, Dustin. This is Christina. We were speaking earlier about the renting for the 12 months.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Good. And yourself?
Good. So,
So were you interested in doing the renting for the 12 months?
yeah, we'd be interested.
Okay, great. And then I currently can't really see anything on Zillow anymore. Well, did you take it off market?
Yeah, we took it off the.
Oh, okay. Were you not looking to sell anymore, or?
We just can't figure out where we're gonna go if we sell it.
Oh, I see.
We're actively trying to buy other properties also.
Oh, are you looking to get another home, or?
Several other homes. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Are you an investor?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. We're investors as well, so we're looking for our next property.
Yeah. So if we did, I guess like a rent to own or whatever you're looking at on that, we would also want a 20% down payment on it.
So we wouldn't be able to do that for a rent to own, maybe an owner finance.
Yeah, we could entertain owner financing.
Okay.
We'd still want 20% down.
Okay. That's not negotiable.
Right.
Okay. Let me go ahead and speak to my partner about that, because we don't typically do 20% at most, maybe 10%.
It's 10% would be rather low.
Okay. All right. Did you do any other creative finance routes or not really?
We haven't, but we're open to ideas.
Okay. I'll follow up with you in a couple of weeks then and see how the house is doing by then. Okay.
Well, we took it off the market, really, so there's really nobody else calling about it now.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's right.
So we're interested. I mean, there's nothing is going to change in the next 3 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever.
Okay. And what about your other properties or any of those up for
No, those are short-term rentals.
Okay.
Out of state, and we're going to hang on to those long term.
Okay. All right. Well, it sounds like
This is the only one that we'd be interested in getting rid of.
I see. Okay. Let me
Yeah,
speak to my partner about that because
Yeah, we'd be open to holding a note on it and just do owner financing. That'd be all right.
okay. How long would the note be though?
We don't really care. I guess a max of 30 years.
Okay.
We'll do a 30-year on it. That's fine.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me just go ahead and write that down in my notes, okay?
Okay.
Let me go ahead and speak to my partner about that one. And then we'll give you a call if we're interested, okay?
All right. Sounds good.
Sounds good. Thanks. Bye-bye.
You know, for that one is pretty steep, but he was kind of flexible on the amount of years. And I don't think he really mentioned his asking price. So, and he didn't mention anything about interest as well. He'll probably mention that later on in the call. So, but still, 20% is really high. But it's possible that he could do something like 10% now and then 10% in a year, or 10% in 3 years, 10% in 5 years, where we can meet in the middle. That's definitely a lead I could call back, but it's definitely not on a priority. It's like something that we can call in the middle of the day when we have no more leads to call, or call him back tomorrow or something like that. But he doesn't sound that motivated. Yeah, I'd say like a B or a C. Okay, so let's keep it moving. And one more thing I would like to say is when you are talking to that person and then you're writing something down, if it's not super urgent, then like either put him on hold so you're not typing and he hears all that typing sound, or just say, okay, great, I'll give you a call later, and then hang up and then call him back if you think it's hot. If it's not hot, then you just hang up then, because like there's no reason for you to really put him on hold, or not really any reason for you to like say, okay, let me write that down, and like start clicking away.
His voicemail was superb. But of course, his mailbox is full, so he can't leave a message. Good Lord. No voicemail.
I would update your voicemail.
Update.
Yeah. Saying hello, I'm calling about XYZ. Let me know when a good time to speak is. Sounds very generic. So something better would be, hey, this is Christina. We've been texting about the 12 months. Let me know if we can do something today. That's a little bit generic compared to, because that's everything, or that's what we use here in the club. So something that you could do is like, oh, hey, Christina here. We've been texting. I know this is the first time you hear my voice. I know I sound like a guy. Let me know if you like to do something today, or something like that. They'll add in a joke or add in something that is a little bit untypical. Hey, hello, this is Christina. Hey, hello, this is Christina. I have your name and number in front of me. We've been texting and I'm not sure if this is the correct way to spell your name for the check. Call me back so we can do something today, or call me back. Or, hey, this is Christina. I know I said 12 months, but I could do 24 to 36 months and give you even a little bit more than asking price. Let me know if we can do something today. Hey, this is Christina. I'm not sure if giving you all cash would be the best idea, but it might be something that I can do today. Let me know. Call me back. Or I don't really like let me know, call me back. It's like, let me know, not let me know, but let's say like, let's do something today. Click.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, this is Christina. We were texting earlier or late last week about
Okay.
were you still interested in doing the 12-month lease?
Yeah, I think so. I'd have to get my rules to draw the contract, but I reached out to him so that he could draw out.
Oh, okay. You already have a realtor on it.
Well, I mean, I know
Oh, okay.
I would probably get purchase.
Oh, okay. The only reason I asked is because I am looking for my next investment property. Would that be a deal breaker for you? No?
Yeah, I don't care what you use.
Okay, awesome.
That's what you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful property. If you don't mind me asking, why sell it now?
Oh, I was just looking to do something else with my money,
Ah,
properties or something.
oh, I was thinking you were gonna go on a vacation. Mexico's beautiful this time of year. So, okay, so let's go ahead and what was that?
What would you like to do?
So we can go ahead and set up what we discussed earlier. You said the lease purchase for 3,000 a month. Okay, with a 300 of that going towards the purchase price. That sounds perfect. If we're able to do everything that we've already previously discussed, would we be able to send you our contract and then have your realtor look it over, or what would you feel more comfortable with?
Yeah.
Okay. Or would you feel more comfortable having just your realtor set it up for us?
Yeah, I guess we will set it up. You just gonna email me, who's who the buyer is.
Okay. Um, give me 1 second. Okay. Actually, do you mind if I go ahead and give you a call back later on in a few minutes?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Thank you. Uh, I got stumped because he said realtor involved. How does that work?
When they see realtor, what does that mean? Because generally, sometimes they're just listed to like a flat fee realtor, and it can also mean it's a non-exclusive realtor. I would ask them, does your realtor have a problem with this? And then, or you can even ask, if you forget to ask that question, say, okay, so generally people love working with their realtor. So are they also offering a lease option to your clients? Or I mean, to your buyers?
Well, he said that he doesn't have it listed with the realtor. He just wants the contract done with them. So does that make a
That wouldn't make
difference?
sense because then the realtor would work for free. Is the realtor his brother?
He said it was a friend.
Okay, so that doesn't mean anything. It just means that their realtor friend. It's just like someone says, yeah, my lawyer friend will look it over." Just send him the draft and follow up with him. Like, generally you're gonna run into those roadblocks because you didn't build any rapport with this person and you were strictly business, 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 business. So next time I would maybe slow down and like instead of doing basically so I think the formula you're running is question, 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 which is all logic, 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 logic. So I would switch it up and say logic, logic, emotion, logic, logic, emotion. So let's say so we're texting you about your house on 123. Were you still interested in doing this? So this is very logic, right? And then they're gonna say yes or no. And it's like, okay, great. So this isn't listed with a realtor or some other logical question. And then you would ask them an emotional question, which is like, okay, great. So I know that it's not listed with a realtor and you still want to do 230 a month at their asking price. Now, imagine if we were able to do this for you and we were able to help you move forward. How soon would you want this to happen and what would that do for you? Or something that is even more clear. Okay, so let's say we were able to do this for you and we were able to make it more convenient, more safe, easy, reliable for you. Is there anything you specifically would like to have done for you? Or how would you like this to happen? Like, what is your perfect dream scenario for you? How can we make it more convenient for you? Or another question you can ask is, okay, so you want 1200 a month. It's not listed with a realtor. Great. So generally what we also help our sellers do is we make this agreement done by a specific time, done by a specific date. How would you like to imagine this to play out? What would you like to have happen? Or what about this? Or what about the line that Justin likes to use is, well, what about your situation? What I need to put here in our agreement so we can move forward today? What about your situation? What I need to know so I can include that in our agreement today? So you don't want to be just so strictly business, business, and then keep going business, 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 because then they're going to ask you they're going to respond with a business. Okay, just send me the agreement. Just send me the agreement. Just send me the agreement. I'll talk to my lawyer. I'll talk to my decision maker. I'll talk to etc. Because you have no relationship with them. There's no emotion, right? You're basically like the person walks in to your restaurant. They're going to order something. They order the menu, and then you're the waiter. You just say, okay, you want that? Okay, that'll be $9.95. All right, great, cool. Was the food good? Great, awesome. So you didn't really ask them about their experience. You didn't really ask them why they're choosing that particular thing. You didn't really relate to them. You didn't have any conversation with them. So you're most likely not getting a tip. And if you don't get a tip, then you're most likely not going to close the sale. They're not going to come back again, right? Because they don't like you as the waitress. They don't like you as your restaurant. They don't like your food. Your food was okay. They're not going to leave you a bad review, but they're also probably not going to come back again. And in this case, they're not going to probably sign the agreement that you have, even if it was the offer that that they wanted, because they don't know who you are. They don't like you. They don't trust you. You don't have the other half of the equation.
Please record your message
Mm.
when you are finished.
You said you had some leads that you needed to call. You said you need to follow up with the contract for some other people.
Yeah, I have some. Oh, do you want me to call them back now?
Yeah, you said you had a couple that you had to finish up on Tuesday.
Yeah. Let me go to my calendar.
All right, so is it not listed under where the contracts are?
No, they were in my appointments. I had a separate calendar for that.
System.
Mm.
Bob,
So you don't have the contracts you sent out under contracts?
Hold on. Hello, this is Christina again. We had spoken briefly on the first, just calling back, let me know when a better time to speak would be.
So is it not in contracts?
It's underneath reply.
So you didn't label it as a contract.
I tagged it as a contract. Hello?
can I help you?
Hi, I was looking for Ray Vaughn. Would you be his wife?
Calling.
This is Christina. We were speaking about the property on Okay, thank you.
I have to call you back.
Okay, thank you.
So he said he was going to call you back on Tuesday or what?
Yeah, we're supposed to speak today.
What time today?
Now.
Now.
And so he doesn't remember, you didn't confirm. What's the process like?
He's probably still working. He works from home
And so why did you choose this time?
because that's the time he wanted.
So you didn't confirm with him that it was a good time?
I did, but I don't know his situation at home. Probably he's working a little bit over.
You don't know, or you're guessing?
I don't know.
Okay. So these are very good questions for you to know, because maybe they're not thinking about it and you should. So next time you do have a contract sent out with this person, you can confirm, especially if you're waiting 3 to 4 days to contact them back. It's not a priority for them if they're taking 3 to 4 days. But this person, you also left them on red for 3 days too. So there's an issue here that we need to address. So this person you tagged as a contract, right?
Mhm.
So is he still not in the contract funnel?
He was the one that wanted the state police contract.
Okay, my question was, is he in the contract funnel right now?
Yes.
Okay, so is he also in your task list?
Yes.
So are you not getting reminded every day?
No, it's not a reminder every day.
Okay, so then you should probably fix that first. Because for every person in your contract funnel, it should be sending you a daily reminder. And you should be checking that first. Okay, so when they miss their appointment, we need to figure out what to do in those situations. We may need to send them a day in advance, a reminder, or a text in the morning to confirm that they're going to go at that time, because now we're playing tag. So that means you need to set up the daily reminders for that person. And then you probably need to, in the morning when you walk into REI reply, you need to send them that confirmation text, or if they need to reschedule. And you probably need to look at the stats of whether he opened it up on DocHub or not. And if he didn't open it up today, that means he's probably not super interested in doing something today.
Okay.
And so you said you have other ones too.
Hello?
Hi, this is Christina. Good, and yourself? Um, do you remember me or maybe not?
I don't.
Okay, no worries. We were texting about the 36 months and then selling at the asking price. We had spoken before.
Yeah, she wasn't. Yeah, she wasn't interested. Unfortunately.
Oh, okay, that's okay. The wife said no, huh?
That was my sister.
Oh, okay. Okay, no worries. Do you think that they'd be interested in doing an owner finance then? No? Just looking to do a straight sale? Okay. Alrighty. Well, it was good talking to you. Have a good day.
Hey, you too. Thanks for your interest. Appreciate it.
Please leave your message for 2814.
What voicemail did you leave?
We left a contract. We had spoken the second we left a contract. You never gave me your email. Was this a scam? Call me back, I suppose. Probably shouldn't have added the suppose at the end.
How you phrase this was, I'm starting to think this was a scam, I suppose. So it was really strong, and then you said, I suppose. That's pretty
Yeah.
good.
It was my first time adding the scam the scam phrase.
It's pretty good.
And that was all the follow-ups that I did. They didn't pick up.
Okay. So we probably, the process of which we close up the follow-ups over a weekend or a holiday needs to be improved.
Yeah.
But you have a decent amount of deletes. And I need to work on, there are a lot of people that call you back. I mean, after you called them initially.
Okay, let me call them back real quick. See if they answer the second time around.
Please leave your message for 915346335.
What did you do to Aria reply that it kind of records everything that they listen to?
What?
So Aria reply records my message as well.
Where does it show that?
Go to 13.2.10
Way back.
Okay.
and then it'll show you my recording as well, my voice messages as well, as long with them, their voice message.
Oh, it records you now, that's good. But what about the longer form conversations? Let me see.
It recorded the 4-minute call that I had earlier. That's why I was wondering, what did you do? What updates did you do?
I checked the mark where it says call recording under the numbers.
Oh, okay. Hi, this is Christina.
How can I help you?
Hi, so the property for back, is that still available? We were texting earlier.
Is that what you were texting me about? Was the Wayback property?
Right. We were wondering if you were interested in doing the 12 months and then selling after the year. Is that something you would be comfortable with, or?
Are you a company?
No.
Why is this call being recorded? I don't understand.
Oh, I think our system updated. It's our CRM, but
It's what?
it's our CRM, our where we keep all of our numbers and file. It
Is this for personal use? Is this what you're calling me about, or are you a company?
we're investors, and we're looking for our next property to.
Okay, I'm not interested. Well, no, I know. I'm not interested in renting that house. I have another property. That's what I thought you were calling about that I would consider renting.
Okay.
But, no, that's my personal home and I'm not interested in renting it at all. But
Okay.
thanks for the call.
Well,
Bye.
It's not very interesting. It seems like it works in the beginning. Did it tell you?
I can't hear you. You're muted.
So did it tell you? Actually, let me test that out on you first. Let's see. It's our personal number. So check your personal line. Let me see what happens when I call you. Does it tell you that it's recording? Hello? All right, does it say anything? Did you hear me?
Your call is being recorded for quality purposes.
And then,
That's it.
that's it?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Hmm. Should probably remove that. Okay. I remove that from the main number and you just keep going with the other ones.
Okay.
Three, eight.
Oh, hello, this is Christina. I was looking for my next investment property. Let me know if you're interested in doing something today. Thanks.
All right, so if you guys are wondering what just happened there for the last call is that we switched because REI Reply has the ability to record messages and it'll tell before the message starts, just like if you were calling like your customer service number. It'll say, your call is being recorded for quality assurances. And I guess that will give off the signal that you are a business. And some people were not comfortable with that in the beginning. So we're gonna just take it off for right now. There's other programs that you can use to record. If you wanted to keep a log for your acquisitions person or for yourself to monitor what you're saying. Of course, you can just record yourself through video, through StreamYard or VideoYard, but you can also use Vocaroo. I wanted to test out the REI reply thing, but it seems like it alerts them and scares them off.
On Vocaroo, I don't really like to use it because your files get deleted automatically.
Oh, interesting.
I think this will be my last call, maybe. How do I know if you added that tag on them?
What tag?
This voice message is being recorded.
No, it's just per number. It's not a tag.
Oh, I see.
Well,
Hi, this is Christina.
yes.
We were speaking about the 12-month leasing. You told me that you were interested in it.
Yeah, if you wanted to lease it for 12 months, at 3,200 a month.
Okay.
And then if you wanted the 12 months, if you wanted to purchase it, we could definitely visit that.
Okay, awesome.
When did you need it?
Well, we're looking for our next investment property. So that's why we were contacting you. We're able to put someone in there as soon as. Do you need this household or occupied as soon as possible?
Are you the one that wants to rent it or somebody else?
No, we would be putting a good family in there.
Okay. Are you a corporation?
No. It would be just myself actually.
And who would be moving in?
So you would get the final say.
No, background.
Yeah, that's what we typically do. We typically do the background check, credit check, and all that jazz. Just make sure it's a good fit for yourself. But typically it's the you would get the final say of who would be going into the house for the year. We just make sure that they're able to pay it for the 12 months and then buy at the end.
I don't know. That sounds like a third party type of a thing. You know, I mean, I'd like to meet the person that. I want
Oh,
the
yeah.
person.
No.
I wanna choose the person.
Oh, okay. So,
And
like I said, you'd be the final say of who would be in the house. We
but
just do
who's going to be in the house? Who do you know that's going to be in the house?
well.
A family member?
No. We would have to, of course, qualify them to make sure that they're able to go through all the.
Who is we? Christina, who is we?
Well, it would be we would do the third party background check, and I have a separate team. We hire a separate team who would be able to do the background check and the credit check and the.
I don't think so, Christina. And I'm not getting an answer from you. Who is we?
There is no we. It's just myself.
Well, you keep on saying that we would bring the family, make sure they're good families. Like, you sound like you're a third party.
No. I wouldn't be involved in the transaction. I would put my fee on top of it because, of course, I need to make a little bit of money. But other than that, it would be just between you and the family that we're trying to qualify. If that's not something you're interested in,
That's okay. That's
Okay.
okay, Christina. I'm really not interested. Thank
Okay.
you.
thank you. That could have gone a whole lot better.
Okay, so how could it have gone?
You're muted, by the way. Once I said that it was an investment property, she was already put off. She seemed very motivated through text.
Okay.
And I faltered once I started saying, we will go ahead and put someone in your house. We'll go ahead and qualify and background check them. And then that's when I started losing them or her.
Would you say you lost them there or you lost them before that?
I think I was okay once I said investment property,
Okay.
but the call recorded, so
Did it now?
yeah. So she probably thought it was a company of some sort.
Let's see. Okay, so that can be a technical fix. So which part of that did you feel that you need to work on?
Well,
Because I heard she was motivated in the beginning, but maybe she wasn't motivated to do it with someone because I'm not sure because I didn't listen to most of the conversation. But it sounded to me that she was very skeptical of this third party person. And I believe I heard her say like, who is we? And then you said like, there is no we. And you got pretty defensive about being we.
Right.
when you did kind of phrase it as we will put somebody in your house. So how could that have gone better?
I overspoke.
Okay, and what does that mean?
I shouldn't have mentioned the background check and all that, but I did tell her that we would be able to, that she would be able to get the final say of who stays in her house.
I think you were trying to answer an emotional question with a logical question, or a logical answer. Because the real question she's asking is what?
Who are you putting in my house?
No, the real question would be, who are you? Why should I trust you? Why should I do business with you? So her skepticism is, and then probably also, you're not the first person to approach her about this, right?
Right.
So explaining the process to her doesn't really answer her question.
Well, the call recorded, so I'll see where I started to falter in that little part.
Okay, so let's imagine if the call wasn't recorded, how would it have gone?
Maybe she wouldn't have been so caught up on who's the we part.
Okay,
It would have been a little bit more freer, because if the line's being recorded, they put up a wall's already put up of what is said and how it's said.
okay. So if there's a wall there, what should you do?
Try to understand why the wall is there.
Yeah. So how could you have approached the wall? What phrasing could you have done?
It sounds like you're not very interested in doing the lease. No, but she was really interested.
Yeah, she was. That's why we need to work on this conversation. So you can't answer an emotional question with a logical answer.
What would make you feel more comfortable?
Right? And then the other line that Justin would use is, well, even if we made you comfortable, you wouldn't still be, even if we made you comfortable and put all the things that were important to you in our offer today, you still wouldn't even move forward with this, would you? And most likely they're going to say no, because the previous things were not good. But it's more important for this particular situation that you just take it as a learning experience, and you should still complete the process. So they're going to tell you no, but the whole process should be intact. So if that situation didn't happen where the call was recorded, then you can still ask that question, right? And you can learn about that situation. So it's more important that the whole sales process is intact. So because she was motivated, but then something turned her off. And the second thing is, you answered a emotional question with a logical answer, like, we're gonna do this for you, we're gonna do this for you, and then we're gonna do this for you. But you didn't answer her real question. Okay, so let's say she wasn't bothered by that, and she goes and says, okay, that makes sense. So I'm okay with the rent that I told you earlier, and I'm okay with it that you're going to put somebody in my house. What happens next? Hello?
Um, I mean, she had already said yes to doing the rent to own, and she had already given us a price, so she was more than likely on the yes mail. But her house has only been up for 2 weeks.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is you don't know really how to proceed with that.
I don't.
Okay. So when you're in a situation where you don't know what to do, I'd say write that situation down, or remember to see where you are in the process, right? So let's say so you have an agreement with her, like a verbal agreement that you're okay to do with that, and then you have the text agreement. So the next step would be to get what?
The contract.
Contract. Okay, cool. So that means right now the thing that you need to work on is basically from the verbal agreement to the written agreement. So that means
Right.
you don't know the phrasing to go from here to there. So you should write that down and then just make it your best guess. So in this particular situation in the sales process, are you confused on how to get to there, or not know what to say? So for example, do you not know how to transition from this step to that step, or you just don't know how the correct phrasing, but you know that you need to go there?
I think right now at this point it's phrasing.
Okay, so it's okay to say the wrong things if the other person understands and they like you. So let's say to get the contract, right? So you say, okay, so I'm gonna put this in the agreement that we're gonna do 1,200 at $36,000 for the next year, and we're gonna put somebody in your house and blah 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 and blah 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 and blah blah, and you rant, and then you say, is that okay with you? So that's probably the wrong way to do it, because you're ranting and you're confirming things that really there's no new information built. But if they like you, they're going to be like, okay, cool. So it's okay to say the wrong thing. It is also a metric to see where you're at, right? So if they're really motivated and they like you, then most likely you can send the agreement or they'll confirm with you. But if they're not, they're going to be like, okay, or just send me the agreement. You can hear in their voice inflection that you talked way too much and you didn't do like, like a sniper shot. Like you probably just shot a huge bullet where it should have been a sniper shot. Like you had very clean words, like you had the right phrasing, you had the right emotion to shoot them where they wanted to be shot. So you can work on the phrasing later, you can refine that later. So I don't think that's your main issue, the phrasing, because phrasing is just polishing it up and condensing the time. So instead of taking 1.5 minutes to explain something, you could have done it in 30 seconds or 15 seconds. I think more importantly is that you didn't know how to transition from verbal agreement to written agreement, or you didn't know how to transition from this person is unsure, or they seem very sure in the text message, but then when I get on the conversation with them, they're unsure right here. Or maybe they said something to me that I don't know how to respond correctly, so I feel nervous, which is phrasing, right? So even if you're saying the wrong things, you can listen. So just listen to how they respond and recognize where you are in the sales process. So you just need to know, what is my next step? And you need to hear their voice inflection. So right now, I need to get them to confirm that everything that we said in the text is okay. So I should ask them, okay, great. So if we were able to do 1,200 at $36,000, you'll be okay with a written offer? Yes or no? Then you hear their inflection based on what they say. Great. All right. So the next step would be to send you something in a written agreement or whatever like that. So those can be short, but you know where the next step is. The next step is to get them to the written agreement. But if you're lost and you don't know where the next step is because you're kind of like worried that you're saying the wrong words, don't worry about it too much. Just go ahead and say something and then point them in the right direction. So, Mr. Seller, I know you want to be able to sell your house for 3,600. I mean, for 1,200 a month for 3 months. That's great. I love it. I'm a big fan that you want to do this. And I know you're uncomfortable with putting somebody in your house, but what would we need to say or what would we need to do to make you feel comfortable to do the next step? So that's probably not the right way to phrase it. That's probably not the sniper approach. But what you've done is you pointed to them that you're right here in the sales process and you need to move here. You don't know what the right words to say is, and you don't know what you need for them to go, but you can start to ask them that question and then listen for their inflection. So if they're like, well, I don't know what I really need to do, or I don't think so, or you know what, Christina, you called me, what company are you at? So you see those responses, basically they're having this inflection where they don't allow you to move to the next step. So for you to go to the next step, you probably now are thinking, well, what is the right words to say? Well, what should I do now? You can only point in the next direction and then say whatever you think is the best thing to say. Well, sir, actually, I don't know. Like, I don't know why you would want to work with our company, or I don't know why you would want to work with us investors. And I'm not sure why most clients choose us. I honestly don't know because everybody has their own reasons. And I'm not sure which one of those reasons would make you feel comfortable. But let's say we were able to put something into an agreement. We were able to figure out everything that you wanted to and made sure you feel comfortable. You still wouldn't want to move forward to a written agreement and be able to do something today, would you? So I don't know if those are the right words to say. I don't know the information needed to say it. And I made it very vague, but I still pointed on to the next step, and then I'm listening for inflection. Then they're going to be like, well, no, I don't want to do this, or well, okay, well, I want 20% down, or I want X, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Great. So they're going to respond to that positively, neutral, or whatever like that. So it can be any of those scenarios, but they won't let you go to the next step unless you meet those scenarios. So now you might ask yourself, well, what do I say to that? So they've given me a bunch of responses and I don't know how to respond to them. Just give it your best guess and then ask them again if that is able to move on. If they're not, then they're not really motivated. So you can't really do anything at all. But if they're really motivated, they'll generally tell you something. And then you're saying, well, okay, well, if we were able to do that, if we were able to give you 15 days instead of 45 days, if we were able to give you 10% above asking, if we were able to do etc., so you don't have to really have an intelligent response to them. Well, if we found you, a personal investor that wasn't a company, and they were able to pass all your qualifications, then you'd be able to do something today, or maybe not. Should I maybe leave you alone? Is this kind of like going in circles? And you just listen. You may be like overwhelmed, I think, in the moment, what to think, what to say, but the only two things that matter is where you're going next and listening for inflection. The seller will guide you. It's not about the right phrasing. That comes later. That becomes when you are better and better at speaking, it becomes more and more and more and more and more and more sniper-like. But the main thing that you need to do is to figure out where they need to go next in the sales process and listen for inflection. And when you listen for inflection, you can figure out that you can't go to the next step. Okay, so that was a very long-winded explanation, but I think that's something that you need to work on, because I think the main thing for you is you get caught up with the words, maybe because I think you're listening to Mark or Justin or someone say that, okay, that these are the better words to say. But I feel like from like practicing the right words to say and how you say it, I think is very important. But I think more importantly is that you need to understand where you are right now and do the best that you can and fail forward. So say the wrong things, it's okay. Don't feel that you need to always say the right thing. Just say what it is and pay attention to how they're saying it. How they're saying it is more important than how you're saying it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that is probably the biggest takeaway for you. How they're saying it is more important than how you're saying it or what you're saying. Because if they're motivated and they tell you and they're ready to do something, then that's more important than being the greatest speaker in the world. That's more important than, oh, I'm going to say the wrong thing, so I shouldn't say it. Or I'm not sure about what the situation is. It's like, where do you think they want to go? And can you lead them to water? Can they go to the next step? No? Then the best thing you probably do is, hey, even if we were able to do this magical thing that we both want, which is possible, it's to sell your house. We both want to go here. So by magic, I don't know what the right words to say. I don't know what you would want, sir, but let's say and let's agree that if we were able to come to an agreement today, you still wouldn't want to do it, right? You still want to do something today? Oh, you do? Okay, cool. Because the motivated person will say yes. Now, how you get to saying those words doesn't matter as much as the person wants to say those words. But you just want to make sure that, okay, go there and reduce the friction. But yeah, I guess that's going to be our team meeting for now. And then we're going to go to our actual calls, and then it will switch off for me. And then we're going to do it so you can see how I fail forward. So that's what we're going to do now. And if you guys are watching the replay, thank you guys for hanging out. But yeah, this is how we typically do this. And we're a little bit tired today because yesterday was July 4th and some of us slept way too late. But thank you guys for joining, and hope you can see you guys again on Saturday. We will be doing our no's. So that's going to be a slightly cold call. But of course, we're committed to, getting better, and then you'll see this log, right? So you'll be able to, when we're very good in 3-6 months from now, you can see our process and you can see how we improve on our process. And we're just making these small 1% changes every day. And so that you can also listen back and be like, oh, cool. It's like a little vlog. It's like something that you can see. It's like a little documentary, and we can take these clips and compile them and show you like how much we've grown. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys on Saturday.